Good evening, welcome back to Portland Meadows. It's the second day of racing here in this new summer meet. We're going to try and get you some winners here in the pick four. Of course, Wednesday night offers two pick fours, both with that 14% takeout. We're going to try and get you headed in the right direction in the first race. Does kick off that first pick four, of course, 1 through 4, 6 through 9 is where we're going to find those pick fours. We're going to start with the 2 and the 6, Mint City and 6 for the Fame. Maybe 2, Mint City, leaning a little heavier on this one, coming in with some recent form. Going to put the blinkers on, may help her out with some speed. I don't see anybody else really in here that want to be out near the front. The 6 for the Fame does have that one good race where she was 4th. Problem was that was back in 2010. Hasn't seen any action for over 18 months now, almost 2 years. We'll see if she can return to that race. Does have some good works under her belt. Got to have her covered in the pick 4. Second race, we're going to try a bunch in here. We're going to go with the 2, 3, 4, and 5. The 2 Chocolate Star, maybe the one they're going to have to beat. Riding a 5-race winning streak into this one. Doesn't have a win here at Portland, but does have 9 at this distance in her career, and is coming into this race in a whole lot better form than she did last time she showed up here. Got to have the 3 Sweet Pleasure, another one with some speed. 3-time winner from 6 trips here at Portland. The 4 Miss Marley B. Kind of tactical runner, doesn't have to be out front, can be really placed anywhere in the race. And the 5, Bees Orchid. If those 3 get out there and start ding-donging on the front end, she'll be here to pick up the pieces. Nice runner-up effort in her last, which was back in March. A couple good works getting her ready for this one, but there's no doubt she'll be finishing well through the lane. 11 trips to the post at this distance, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. She'll be finishing late. It's a matter of how fast they go up early. In the third race, we're going to try the 3, the 5, and the 6, Keep No Secret, Shake, Ready, and Roll. And the 6, Store Mellow Fellow. First one has some speed. The 5, Shake, Ready, and Roll. Should have 2 wins on his resume. Was DQ'd from his last, but did cross the wire first. A bit of a late running type. And it looks like Jim Ferguson has the 6, Store Mellow Fellow, cranked for this one. Goes to his go-to man in Mark Anderson. Good couple 5 furlong drills. Probably the better one on June 27th. 59-2 covering those 5 furlongs. This guy should be ready to rock. We're going to try and get a single home in the 4th leg of the pick 4, the early pick 4. That's the 2, Eddie's Saint. Looking up and down at this race, I can't find anybody else who wants any part of the front end. You look back to Eddie's Saint's maiden breaking score. He was right on the front end, cruised along, had a couple lengths in the field. I can see the exact same trip today. That wasn't a mile. Does have a mile and 70 yards to deal with today, but I don't see much of a difference if nobody puts pressure on him early. It could just be to the front and gone for the 2, Eddie's Saint. To recap that early pick 4, it's 2 and 6 with 2, 3, 4, and 5. With 3, 5, and 6, we're leaning on that single, the 2, Eddie Saint. $24 gets you in for the first pick 4. Take a break in race 5. Right back at it, race 6. We get that second pick 4 on the card. We're going to look on the outside in this one with the 4, 5, and 7. Kuya, Manzama, and Game Event. I guess the wild card in here is Game Event. They could have opted for an easier spot, being still a non-2 winner lifetime. Does have to think that he has some talent. They wanted to get him into a race here. Does have 1 start on the dirt. Was a 5th down at Pleasanton, taking on the non-2 field. Might fit better up here at Portland. Probably the one they're going to have to beat is the 4-horse in Kuya. Luis Torres, John Nance leaves after the first day of racing there on the Sunday. Another one with some flexible, tactical speed. Should be able to sit right behind him. And the second start off the bench is usually a good one for him. In the 7th race, we're going to go to the 5 and the 6, Angel Unaware and Glow Bo Liza. Good to see that Elishka Kubanova made the trip down the I-5 to ride this guy. Has been on him in her last 2. Just beat 2 back in a non-3 event by a head. Came back to ride her to a 3rd place finish. Looks like she's one of the ones who will be out front charting the course. Of course, getting in light doesn't hurt, and having that familiarity with the jockey, she might be able to cruise home. In the 8th, it's a $8,000 open claiming event. We're going to go with the 2, Court Mischief. Probably needed some time off. Had a very strong, very long 2011, early 2012 campaign. Had a couple months off now to recoup for this 5-year-old son of Empire Maker. Had a great win at this level back in January. Was able to sit back early, make 1 run late, and blow the doors off. The rail horse should give him plenty to try and run down. And the 4-horse Out of Crown, maybe a bit of a stab here. Did try 3.5 furlongs up at Hastings in his last one. Found some trouble away from the gate. Really had to check out of there. At 3.5 furlongs up there, if you take up anywhere in the race, you're as good as beaten. It was taking up some very, very tough short sprinters in that one. In the last, it's going to be Little Bob Johnson in the 4. Silver. I really wanted just to have Little Bob Johnson here, but maybe call it a hunch play. Get the leading connections, John Nance, Luis Torres on this one. Little Bob Johnson had every excuse in his last to not show up. Showed up with a very nice run as he was winning for the first time off the bench of more than a year. He's a 5-time winner of this distance and might be the one they're all going to try and chase. 4 Silver looking for the turn of the round. Still a non-2, taking on a bit of a tougher task here, but he might be able to be talented enough to get the job done. So that's a look at your 2 pick 4s on Wednesday, July 18th. 14% of both wagers. Good luck.